Yeah. What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Swag back at it again with another bang. My bad for not dropping any videos these past 2 weeks. It's been kind of dead on 2K23. I know everybody, including me, is just waiting for 24 to drop and info on 24. That's what you're gonna get in this video, man. There's been a lot of info that dropped today on the builder and badges and specifically. So using that info, I'm gonna make a build that I think would be the best on 2K24 and also go through the breakdown of the different badges. Before diving into the build, I wanna show you guys quickly the builder for 24 and how it looks. As you can see, we have a 6'4" shooting guard, 205 pounds and 6'6" wingspan. If we copy these exact attributes that's shown here and put it into the 2K23 builder, we forgot some really interesting stuff about the 2K24 builder. So here's the 2K23 builder with close to the same attributes as the 24 screenshot that I just showed. I say close to exact because you can't actually copy the exact attributes. Now let me explain. On 2K23, we have a 54 layup when the 24 screenshot only has a 41. The reason is because on 23, layup is tied to your ball handle. So if I try to lower my layup, as y'all see in this clip, it automatically lowers my ball handle. So on 24, we now know that ball handle isn't linked to layup. The next example is acceleration, strength, and perimeter. On 2K23, if you upgraded your perimeter high, your strength and excel would automatically go up because it was linked to it. Even if you wanted to be like a pure perimeter lockdown that didn't care about excel or strength, you would still have to have those ratings kind of high because those ratings were linked. However, in 24, this doesn't seem to be the case, as I can see. This is why I believe everyone who has played the game early, like on Demi and all these tweets y'all seeing about lockdowns being OP, I think it's because this year you can purely focus on defense without having to worry about other attributes being raised for no reason. Alright, so now that we got all that 2K24 builder information out the way, all the tweaks and stuff, let's dive into the 2K23 builder and make what I would believe would be the best build on 2K. So we're going to start with the height. We're going to go 6'6", and I went small forward just because this is going to be like a super lockdown build. So height, we're going to go 6'6". I think 6'6" is going to be a really good height this year with like a combination of speed and still being good size. For weight, I wouldn't go minimum weight because they're emphasizing this year, even though they do it every year, but they did emphasize that strength is going to be kind of important to not get bodied up in the paint and all that. So we're going to go 221 and then max wingspan. So going straight to the attributes, we're going to go 99 perimeter, 99 steal, off rip. It's going to be a super lock whose main focus is to get stops. You know, you're not going to be the main ball handler or main scorer for your team, but you're definitely going to be getting stops and putting the other team in a casket. And the reason for 99 as opposed to 97 on 2K23 is because, as y'all seen, if on the top right of the league 2K24 builder, you actually need 99 perimeter in order to get the Hall of Fame clamps this year. Now, we don't know the exact attribute thresholds for all the badges, but as a defender, you want to have everything as high as possible. So we're going max interior and max block with rebounding in the mid 80s. With these defensive attributes, I think this build will fit best playing the 2 on the 3v3s or playing small forward and rec or prime as the main lock. The next aspect of this build is going to be physicals, and we're going to max our speed. Now, if Excel works the same way on 24 as it did on 23 with only being used for speed boosting with the ball, and we already know Excel isn't linked to perimeter anymore like I explained before, I would actually go with only a 60 Excel, and this is strictly to reach the requirement of Hall of Fame clamps as y'all see in the screenshot. And obviously, if you need higher Excel for other badges like you really want on offense, you would have to raise it. But for pure lock, I think low Excel is really going to be the way to go. That allows you to save more attributes to put elsewhere. Now for strength, 2K claiming it really matters, and not only for the paint but also for the perimeter, so we'll raise that as high as it goes. And then vert is always good to have in the mid to high 70s, and stamina will go 95. Just a quick overview of the build so far. We have the 99 steal and 99 perimeter for the Hoff badges. We also get that 90 speed, so we're able to keep up with all the guards, and also decent strength to not get bullied by bigger ISO builds. Switching to the playmaking, moving on to the playmaking, we're going to go 75 pass hack and 70 ball handle. Mike Wayne confirmed the passing is relatively the same, so we're going to keep that like that. For shooting, we're going to go 75 3 ball. I'm just doing this strictly off what Mike Wayne said. He said if you're an elite shooter, 75 can be more than enough. But for mid-range, we're actually going to go a little higher than usual. We're going to go 72. Mike Wayne said Middy's got a huge buff this year, so that's going to be something you can add to your bag this year. For finishing, it's been confirmed by Mike Wayne that quick drops and limitless takeoff have been removed in 2K24. So I usually would have gone with just an 80 for quick drops, but now that's not the case. I think going a little higher to like 84, which unlocks pro contact dunks. At least that's how it is on 23. I don't know how it's going to be on 24, but I think 84 rating is a safe bet. The rest of the finishing doesn't need to be too high in my opinion, unless that's your play style to attack the basket a lot. We throw the rest of our attributes on free throw, and that's the build. I mean, keep in mind this is all while having a high excel with the 79, since in this 2K it's linked to your perimeter, but we know in 24 that's not the case. So we'll have more attributes to work with then, and we can get a higher 3-ball if you want, higher dunk. But this is going to be like the base overview of the build. I think it's going to be really good. Now, I'm not saying this exact build is going to be the best, but from the little information that has been released, this build gives you a good base format to follow for when 24 does come out. For takeovers, we already know in 24 it's not something we select in the builder, but during the game. But even then, I would focus on lock take for 24. Now that we got the build out the way, I'm just going to quickly break down my thoughts on the new badges that's been released. Alright, so starting off for defense, we're going to do fast feet, right stick ripper, immovable enforcer, and 94 feet. These are all new badges, defensive badges for 24. And I'm not going to lie, all of them really stand out. The one that I think stands out the most, and it's going to be most effective, is fast feet. I wonder how that's gonna work though, because if y'all seen in the leaked image of the, well, it's not really leaked, 2K put it out, but this build, even with a 95 perimeter, only had fast feet on bronze. I don't know if you guys peeped that. So I don't know if maybe it's gonna be linked with speed or excel, and you need to have like a super high speed or something to get that badge. But that's something to look forward to. Immovable enforcer, I heard it's a must for countering bulldozer. That bulldozer is gonna be really OP, especially for those players who get it like Hall of Fame or gold. Like, so that's why you want to have strength. I would assume to get that badge you will need to have strength. We also have a lot of new scoring badges. This is more for the slashers and post scores and stuff like that. We have float game, scooper, bunny, spin cycle, two-step. A lot of this was broken off from acrobat. I think that's what they said. So instead of acrobat being tied with the spin and euros and hops, now they each have their own individual stuff, which makes me feel like, honestly, those might really be OP. I remember the 2K20 days. I don't know if y'all remember, but 2K20, the hop jumpers and all that were super OP. So maybe we get a little glimpse of that this year. So for the next set of badges that's been dropped that are new to 2K24, we have Precision Dunker, Hook Specialist, Post Fade Phenom, and Open Looks. The one that stands out to me here for my playstyle is Open Looks, as a way to encourage sudden opportunities. Open Looks will enhance a player's ability to make wide open jumpers. So this is basically for the build I made a lot. This will go perfect for that build. Basically for spot ups, Open Looks Hall of Fame would be super glitchy in my opinion. And also, not only this, but I also believe Spot Finder is going to be a really good badge for your spot ups, like this lock build that I just made. By utilizing the get open mechanic, R2 or right trigger tap, Spot Finder allows players to receive a speed boost off the ball to get an open space with a raised chance of knocking down the shot after ensuing catch. So basically, whenever you're spotting up, boom, quick move, you get dotted, great. Another interesting piece of information that I recently found that was announced today was that for us to completely remove 23 from our mind and how the badge tiering is laid out. This comes from Zach Timmerman, which I think he's a dev. He says categories are gone, what your attributes qualify for, you can go get. So that's why I think people are saying that attributes really matter this year more than badges. Badges are just like the icing on the cake. So it's going to be really good this year. Another cool feature that's new to 2K24, and I don't know why people aren't talking about it as much, is the NBA template feature, where instead of customizing your old build, you can just copy the build of the NBA player. So you can basically just choose Curry as your template, start my career as a 96 overall with a 99.3 and Hall of Fame badges. Man, let me stop trolling. Obviously, it's going to be better to customize your own build rather than follow a strict format. Another interesting I wanted to touch on was that they really emphasized on not having meta builds. So all the 6'9 demigods from last year, maybe you are still able to make a 6'8, 6'9 type of build, but there's also going to be 6'3, 6'4s, hopefully like, you know, a lot of different heights and variations, because they want to have the park and the pro-am and everything be just a little bit more different and more unique. If you guys are still watching, drop a comment of I'm locked for 24 to show your support. For those who are new and don't know who I am, I'll be playing with Joe Knows all year and streaming park, pro-am, dropping vids and all that. So hit that like button, sub up, because we finna blow up on 2K24, man. And obviously this build video is just using a preview of the information that we have, like I said before. But when the game comes out, trust me to do a full breakdown of the builder, of the best build, of my build that I'm gonna make, what I think would be the meta and all this. So stay tuned. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.